Assalamualaikum and good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon, sir.
Waalaikumsalam, sir.
Salam, sir.
Okay, we have 3 more minutes to go. So, Amiza, turn on your camera.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Wait.
Which one, Amiza?
Me, Ustaz.
All right. Okay.
Mija, mic.
Yes, mine.
Assalamualaikum, Ustaz Nik.
Ya, saya. Salam.
Okay.
Okay, ready.
Assalamualaikum and a pleasant afternoon to everybody. Welcome to the second program of the English Language Department's Innovation Talk series, which is being organized in partnership with TESOL students. Let us recite Al-Fatiha before we begin our program. I am Siti Amiza binti Hamzah, and I'll be the moderator for today. It is an honor for me to serve as the moderator for this talk with our talented alumnus. First and foremost, I would like to express my appreciation to Madam Susanna binti Ahmad, the Deputy Head of English Department, Mr. Muhammad Zaki bin Muhammad Amin, the Coordinator of Innovation Project for the English Language Department, and my dear IPGKSM students for joining us on this auspicious day. Our program day is purposely organized, firstly, to effectively disseminate information about innovation in education to pre-service and in-service teachers in IPGKSM. Secondly, raising interest in education innovation among IPGKSM pre-service and in-service teachers via the sharing of knowledge and experience with experienced innovators. Dream, create, inspire. Do you agree with me that following our dreams is usually easier said to be done? This trademark brings us to dream, start our steps, and look up to the moon. Never set a limit for us and grab each and every opportunity that comes to us to produce the best and great achievement. Before we begin our sharing session, we will commence the opening ceremony by inviting Madam Susanna binti Ahmad, the Deputy Head of the IPGKSM's English Language Department, to say a few words.
Okay. Assalamualaikum and a very good afternoon, Miss Moderator Siti Amiza Hamzah,
Waalaikumsalam.
Zaki. As I was told, we also have our head of department, HEP okay, HEP, yes, sorry. And then our two panels, our two great panels, Tengku Adzim and Vehnoo. You guys look great, okay? And then first I would like to congratulate Mr. Zaki and the TESOL students for organizing this innovation talk series. Okay, this is an excellent program. Okay, because it's good. Okay, I'll talk further on that later on. Okay, and then first, what is innovation? Okay, for innovation, I would like to quote Tom Franston. For him, innovation is talking two things that exist, okay, putting them together in a new way, okay. So innovation is actually action or process of innovating. Innovating what? Innovating two methods or ideas of products or service. Okay, in the simple words, to improve or to replace something. Okay, being renewed, brought up to date. Okay, applying new process or establish new ideas to create new value. So for that, this is not something easy. Okay, for you to innovate, you have to go through a very hard time, but there is a way for you to make it simple. So we will listen to what this experience of these two great panels we invited. Okay, and also as educators or as teachers or as training teachers, your expectation for an innovation would be something that lead towards contribution to your educational system. Okay, as innovation is education. Innovation in education, it encourages teachers to students to research, to create. Okay, so innovation also involves different ways of looking at something, where it requires higher level of thinking to solve complex problem. Okay, so that is why I really look up upon those who involve themselves in innovation. Okay, for our Jabatan Bahasa, we have Mr. Zaki, the person for innovation. Okay, congratulations, Mr. Zaki. Okay, and then I would like to quote another saying from Theodore Levitt. Okay, creativity is thinking up new things. Innovation is doing new things. So my hope for this program, after listening to our great panels, Muhammad Adzim and Vehnoo, Muhammad Adzim and Vehnoo, I remember you too, but I do not know whether you remember me, okay? But congratulations for your new phase of life, okay? Okay, my hope for this program, after listening to these two great panels, okay, it would challenge your ability to create. For my students, okay, for all the students attending this Google Meet, okay, it would challenge your ability to create. Okay, since innovation has become our first priority to all universities, institutes, and schools, so it is actually important for students to be acquainted with creative learning spaces to expand the challenge and to challenge their knowledge and ability to create. Okay, so with that, I end my speech, and I wish all the best to the two panels and in presenting their thoughts. Okay, Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam.
Waalaikumsalam. Thank you, Madam Susanna binti Ahmad, for your great thoughts. Before we go on, we would like to welcome Ustadni as the head of Jabatan Hal Ehwal Pelajar of IPGKSM. Next, we would like to invite Mr. Muhammad Zaki bin Muhammad Amin as the TESOL Innovation Talks Coordinator to say a few words.
Assalamualaikum and very good afternoon, everyone.
Waalaikumsalam.
Okay, today is another exciting day. Okay, I would like to welcome the Deputy uh, Head of the English Language Department. Okay, and also Ustad Ne Abdullah, the Head of Department for Students Affairs. Okay, all the TESOL students, as well as other students from IPGKSM. Okay, so today is another exciting day for the TESOL students as well as other students. Okay, because today you have the chance to learn from seasoned teachers and as well as businessmen. Okay, about innovation. Okay, so I really want you to take this opportunity. As I told you before, I'm building the bridge between the juniors and the seniors. I'm hoping that after this, there will be this synergy between the juniors and the seniors, where the juniors, if you have anything, if you have any problem concerning your studies, okay, or even later on when you go into your action research or conventional research, you can reach out to them, okay, and ask for help. I'm very sure they are more than willing to help, okay, because I mean, the lecturers from JBB, or now it's known as JBI, okay, we are, I mean, the lecturers from JBI and the TESOL students, we are, a very close bunch of people. So I'm hoping through this effort that, the juniors and the seniors will be able to build that relationship that will be beneficial for both parties. Okay, so today we have with us well-respected, beloved TESOL students from IPGKSM. Okay, first and foremost, Tengku Adzim bin Tengku Abdul Rahman. Okay, even though he didn't spend that much time in school, okay, he went out and ventured into the business world. I'm hoping today that you would really listen to him and benefit from his knowledge of the business world, because innovation and commercialization, okay, these are, wonderful combination. Okay, if you can really ask him, listen to him first and ask him about how, I mean, if you have a brilliant idea, how do you go about commercializing your idea? Okay, so that is very important. I want you to really listen carefully, and if you have any question, ask the question afterwards. And we have with us Mr. Vehnoo Pirieyan. Okay, my favorite student of all time. Okay, I've been telling this. I've been telling your juniors, by the way, Vehnoo, how you was such a helpful student, okay, to the lecturers, always helping the lecturers with things, with projects, okay, with events, as well as helping lecturers, to put up LCD every time we had class. So you contributed a lot. You contributed to your friends as well. So hopefully today you can start contributing to your juniors. Okay. So for the juniors, TESOL students and non-TESOL students alike, I know you are into your first year PISMP. Okay, you have a long way to go before you go to school and experience teaching in school. So you have with you a person who has taught in school for 6 years. Am I right, Vehnoo? You have taught for 6 years?
Yes, sir. 6 years.
Okay. So he has the wealth of experience to share with you. Okay. Because now we are we are taking baby steps into helping your juniors to develop their innovation ideas. So the thing with them is that they do not know what the situation is like in school. Okay, so they are grappling. I mean, if they have an idea, it's like it's far removed from the real situation. So your duty today, Vehnoo, is to share with them your experience. Okay, So, talk to them and share with them your experience so that they will be a bit enlightened of how the situation is like in school, especially in terms of English language teaching. Okay, hopefully all of you will enjoy the talk, and I hope that you will learn as much. Thank you very much. Okay, back to the moderator. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Muhammad Zaki bin Muhammad Amin, for your great thoughts. Ladies and gentlemen, on this lovely afternoon, we will have a sharing session with our top alumni from the first Thessalians batch, BISMP July 2010 intake, who will crack the code and give us brilliant ideas on how to begin doing an innovation. Their wonderful experiences knowledge could definitely give us some ideas and tips on how to begin developing an innovation. We would like to have a sharing session with two guest speakers on this occasion. So please allow me to briefly introduce them to all of you. Mr. Tengku Adzim bin Tengku Abdul Rahman is our first speaker. He is a former student from the Institute of Teacher Education Sultan Mizan campus, who is now a renowned digital marketer and business consultant. He is the director of Escobar Marketing Sdn Bhd and Fraxim Ventures Sdn Bhd. Lastly, he is also a founding member of Internet Marketers Malaysia, which is known as IMA. Also introducing Sir Vehnoo Pirieyan Anak Lelaki V. Subramaniam, our second speaker. He is a teacher at SJKT Keruh Perak after graduating from the Institute of Teacher Education Sultan Mizan campus. He has a long list of accomplishments, including first, Master Trainer in Common European Framework of Reference for Languages, CEFR, for Standard 4, 5, and 6 in Hulu Perak. He's a coach for English Carnival competition, a moderator program for Spark Foundation, a judge of competition science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, which is known as STEM, in writing English essay at national level. He also trains his students to actively involve in STEM at national level. And last but not least, he's also a moderator for Let's Play Boom Workers, Learn English with Miss Effie from Greece. With all of these accomplishments, it is clear that both of our speakers are very skilled and informed individuals. Without further ado, I would like to introduce who will be delivering the first presentation. For your information, the research they did was for their final project. So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Tengku Abdulazim.
Okay. Thank you, Miss Moderator. Can you all guys hear me?
Azim, there's a bit of buzzing sound. I think it has got to do with your computer or perhaps your mic. Okay, can you test your mic?
Test.
Okay, we can hear you, but there's a bit of a buzzing sound. It's okay if you cannot get rid of it. It's not really that disturbing. Yeah, I think you can continue with your presentation.
So once again, thank you to Miss Moderator, and good afternoon to everyone, to my beloved teachers. Sorry, to my beloved lecturer, Mr. Zaki, and other lecturers from IPT, Madam Susanna, and also Sunny. Okay, first of all, thank you for inviting me, because I don't know why. I don't think I deserve to be here. So today, as suggested, I would love to share to you guys about how I did my research back then I think in 2015 during my practicum, and how did I come up with that research, and maybe a few things that I can share with you guys on, maybe to get you a few ideas for your upcoming exchange. So should I start exactly now, sharing my screen,
Yeah, sure, Adzim.
or you guys
Proceed.
want to know more about me? Okay, sorry. Uh, Sharing my screen now. Right. Okay, before that, I would like to apologize because if there's problem with my pronunciation, my grammar, it's you guys need to know that I've been not teaching since 2017. So I rarely use English in my life now, so that's becoming trouble. So don't be like me. And this is my journey, my research journey. And where did the research conducted was in SK Fedastasi during my practicum back in 2015, and those kids were my subjects, my research subject, and also my kids in teaching classroom. Okay, so why I choose it? Before that, um, the area of research means the problem I was focusing it was the handwriting. Why I choose it because I am myself, I have personal problem in handwriting. My handwriting is not that good, and I do not know why, but I think it has to do with my development during childhood years. So why I choose it? Because I think I I did not want my kids to have, I mean my students to have the same kind of problem, and I wanted to create a new trend in handwriting so it can become a classic method for teachers to use. So it will be a normal, a classic method for teachers to use in classroom to improve student handwriting. So where did the idea come from? Well, it comes straight from down memory lane. I had a lot of childhood hobbies. It was writing, not actually writing, drawing, sketching, and painting. So as far as I can remember, when uh, when I was trying to draw something, my father will always, for example, if I want to draw a snake, my father will draw it for me first, and then I will try to duplicate the same drawing, but sometimes it's very difficult for me. So what I did was I traced it. I put uh, my father's drawing under my drawing paper so I can trace it and actually replicate my father's drawing. So as you can see in the picture, that's my father and also my sons. They are doing the same thing I've been doing during my childhood, means learning to draw. And my father was doing the same thing he did to me. So it's very personal memory for me. Okay. So this is the innovation. This called magic paper. Okay. It sounds glorious, but it's actually not that beautiful. It's just a piece of paper, a piece of tracing paper combined with a text, a printed text using a specific or a special font in order to teach kids to write. So it's a very simple innovation. Maybe it's not that beautiful. So what I'm going to show you is the actual Viva presentation slide. If you do not know already, Viva is our last session in IPG, where we presented our research to panels from lecturers, and this is where we will judge and we get the marks before we graduate. So this is the actual Viva presentation. This is the, what do we call it? Action research title or what? I'm really forget about this. So this is the research in full name: improving people's handwriting legibility using magic paper. Legibility means the handwriting can be read by us or by other person. So my supervisor was Mr. Ashari bin Muhammad. I don't know if he's still there. Is he still there?
He
Mr.
has
Ashari?
retired like 2 or 3 years ago, or 2 years ago. I'm not so sure. Yeah.
So Mr. Ashari was my supervisor, and this is the. Do I have to read everything, sir? You have to
It's
go.
okay. Just give
outside?
them the gist. Just give them the gist. I mean, you don't have to go through
Alright.
everything.
Okay, so this is the introduction to the research. Handwriting is one of the main use by the children to express their thought, ideas, and knowledge. All of this is taken from the quotes from Vehnoo 2008. So for poor handwriting has also been associated with low self-esteem, poor motivation for participation in written and academic activities, and frustration. So that's why I choose this area of problem, because handwriting really related to some people with low self-esteem. And during my previous teaching experience, I mean during the practicum, there were 4 problems related to handwriting legibility. Where the first one was handwriting did not suit the paper's level, and their handwriting was messy and illegible print, and it affected the message when they write, affected the important meanings, and they work without understanding what the message is all about. And the research focus was to use that magic paper in improving participants, I mean the kids, handwriting legibility. So it will expand participant interest to join writing activities. And the general objective was to improve people's handwriting using magic paper. This is all the format for Viva presentation. And there were 2 questions about this research. Does the use of magic paper improve people's handwriting legibility? And number 2, are the people interested in using magic paper to improve handwriting legibility? And this is the result of the research, where there were 2 participants, both are from SK Federasi, year 3, and they lack interest in writing activities and show clear sign of handwriting illegibility. And my action plan was there were 5 steps in doing action plan actually. So the first step was to observe the result of their handwriting. It's easy because most of students' task was written in their exercise book, and then I'll take time to reflect to find the cause of problem using observation and also my assumption. And that's when I started to act, where the innovation goes. There were 6 procedures involved during the action, and that's when the magic paper introduced. And after that, we have to evaluate the data, whereas there was post test, and the instruments used were observation, photograph, and document analysis. And lastly, we have to improve and modify the actions in order to make the result better. Okay, so it is based on Kurt Lewin's action research model. So magic paper is actually made of tracing papers, blank white A4 papers, and then text printed using Wagner font. And I remember that Mr. Zaki was actually giving this to me. He said Wagner font is the closest font that can show handwriting neatness. You mean you can look at the A, B, the smaller font, is the closest one that can be used in handwriting. So this is the innovation again, magic paper. And during that time, both participant A and B showed very good improvement on penmanship skill after around 3 months of research, I think. Participant A could write with correct letter formation, consistent spacing between words, and it has appropriate letter size. And participant B write with better letter formation, and I think she could correct way of holding the pencil and consistent spacing between words. And this is the result before and after intervention. As you can see, before the intervention, during the early times, as you can see, the handwriting did not have spacing between words, and the letters are quite upside down, and it's not very goodly formed. And after intervention, as you can see, it improved a lot. After 3 months, I think, improved a lot. And they are able to, the best one is I think they are able to write in spacing. And this is same goes to participant B. And there you go, before and after intervention. Both participants show good increase in interest in using magic paper. I mean, they start when they know this is the actual result after using magic paper, where you can see not even handwriting. In order to increase their interest, I put pictures in the text, and as you can see, the kids even use the text, treat the text as part of the task, without having to tell them that. So the research back then was very short, and it was cut short. And for further research, I think I should have used should cover all 26 alphabets, and the research should be longer. And the intervention put conduct intervention at the start of preschool. I mean, this kind of intervention, I think, is better to start at earlier age, because my research at year 3. So I think for this kind of intervention, it will be better if the kids start earlier, so that it can give them time to improve. So the conclusion was handwriting can be improved using magic paper, and handwriting development requires long duration of time to succeed actually. And increase in interest among participants, help them to form correct letters, neat spacing, and letter size. And handwriting is crucial skill for children education and actually for their life. So this is the reference, and I think that's it for Viva presentation. So, sir, anything for now? Is it okay, guys?
Yeah. Sure. Amiza.
Thank you very much, Mr. Tengku Abdul Adzim, for that wonderful presentation. From
Okay,
the
but
presentation,
I haven't finished actually. I just checking on you guys because
Okay. Yeah. We are listening to you, Adzim. Continue. Okay. It's okay.
I'm
go
afraid
on.
that I'm just going to be short scenery. So
No,
so,
it's okay. Continue. We are listening.
okay, so let me continue. So what happens is then, so right after graduation, we waited for almost a year to be posted, and after that I was stationed in Johor. But then after 10 months, I stopped teaching. Then I joined a business company to become an apprentice. So during the apprenticeship, I went to a handwriting course, and I got new information about handwriting. So this is the course, Seminar Jum Hijrah, by Dr. Hazura Hashim, pengasas Handwriting Analysis Academy Malaysia. It was in Shah Alam. So during this course, I learned that we can understand a person's characters actually based on his or her handwriting. So it was applicable to me in selecting people for projects, for teams, for my staff, and I did learn that if we can change the way we write, if we can change the way we write, we can change our character too. So we can make a test right now if you want to. You guys can go write something on the paper, and I actually can, tell a little bit about yourself. But I don't think we have the time, so maybe next time. So this is a few tips for juniors, my beloved juniors. So in the future, when you are conducting your action research, look for problems around you. Means if you haven't been to school or practical, you can look for problems around you, maybe from your friends, your family, your siblings, and even yourself. Number two, choose the basic problems in kids learning development. As I did before, I cover on handwriting. So choose the basic problems in kids learning and go deeper on the problem. Because as you can see now, even we are in 2021, the basic skills are still, the problems are still there. So go deeper on the problem. Number four, come up with action research. Keep it simple but impactful. And if you can, create a solid hands-on intervention. Right? So, and this is the future opportunities that you can have if you make your action research and intervention seriously. And you can patent your innovation and publish it, make money on royalties like books, ebooks. And the same innovation, you can use it for your master degree and PhD. And you can create education products out of your innovation, sell them as a guide for parents. And actually, there are bigger markets than you can think of. So I think that's all from me. So
Thank you very much, Mr. Tengku Adzim, for that wonderful presentation. From the presentation, I think we can also use this idea to improve our handwriting. And also thank you to Mr. Tengku Adzim for giving such tips to us as a trainee teacher later. Next, I will invite to you our second speaker. So please join us in welcoming Sir Vehnoo Pirieyan, who will be giving his presentation.
Good
Are you at
day
your
for.
school, Vehnoo?
Yeah, I'm at my school. My second house, my second home.
Okay.
Okay, a good day to Madam Susanna. Of course, we remember you, ma'am. Even though I think we don't have that much of time to actually interact between each others, but we still remember Madam Susanna. Now she's the deputy head of English language department, the head of student affair, Mr. Muhammad Zaki, TESOL Innovation Coordinator, and used to be my batch mentor, my supervisor, and also my beloved brother and sisters, my juniors. So I really attracted to the motto that we have: dream, create, and inspire. It's really excellent. So now let me share my slide to you so that we can go with my presentation. Let me know whether you can see it or not. Can you see it now?
Yes.
Yes.
You can see it.
Okay, can you see it now? Okay, good, great. So this is my innovation or intervention for my action research. It's called VP Sticker Board, and I did my final practicum in SK Seberang Jepit, Terengganu, and my class was class 2B, last class, and we had 17 students in my class, and my supervisor was Mr. Muhammad Zaki bin Muhammad Amin. And first of all, my aspect is very much into the back to basic things, which is a teacher need to have. So let we together read this quote. Managing a class is a daunting task. Most teachers face challenges to ensure an harmonious atmosphere in the classroom. Without a conducive classroom environment, the process of teaching and learning could be jeopardized. This is what really happened in my life in that year 2B. If you still remember, I had the first observation with Suzaki, where I really faced a lot of problem in controlling or managing the classroom, whether the students are very hyperactive and they run around the places and they won't listen. And even the class teacher, before I entered the class, he actually warned me that you should be careful with them. Sometimes they are very naughty. So that until that level, the students naughtiness. But I was like, okay, never mind. It's year 2. They are 8 years old boys and girls, so it's normal. When I entered the class, okay, let's see. This is what really happened, but not exactly, but kind of I can symbolize this. Okay, so when I was teaching, the students will be one. Obviously, they will be running here and there. They can't sit at one place. It is because they are in year 2, small kids. They don't like to sit at one place. Another one, disturbing friends. They really like to disturb their friends. They like to talk. They like to take their pencil, the friend's pencil. Okay, next, walking aimlessly. Suddenly, he will stand up from this desk and he will walk somewhere. If I ask him, "Where are you going?" and he will just blur there and give me the blur face. So this is what I mean by walking aimless. Next, attention seeker. Yeah, I still remember this one girl. She always
I'm
comes
sorry,
to
Sir
me.
Vehnoo.
Yes,
Do you move your slide? Because
yes. Can you see?
yeah, we cannot see your slide moving.
Oh, okay.
Okay, now I can see. Okay.
Is it
Thank
okay
you.
now?
Yeah,
It's okay
it's
now,
okay now.
Vehnoo, go on.
Okay. So attention seeker, this one girl, she always comes and complain to me, this boy taking that, this boy disturbing me. But I know that she actually attention seeker. Okay, we can see that from her expression. Next, sometimes they feel like sleeping in the class and destructive behavior. I will share one incident that I won't forget in my life after this slide. And the last one, they like to daydreaming. This is what really happened. This is a real situation happening in every classes, the last class in every school. I can ensure that this is happening in every school. This is what really happened after that. What do you think the result of this problem? One, we can see student safety in danger. It's obvious. Later I'll show you, later I'll share you the experience that I had. Another one, can't conduct the class as planned. Let's say if you have to know if you are a teacher, even though how weak the student is, if you enter the classroom and you teach them, you should know at least the student has to learn one new things before you leave the class. That is our aim. We go to the class, we teach something, the student have to learn something on that day, and after that you leave the class. That is what our aim. But when we are trying to focus on classroom management and ask them to sit and ask them to keep quiet, I want to conduct the class, and these kind of things will totally disturb your lesson planning itself. Another one, obviously, your learning objective for the day is not achieved. It is very important. you will know that if you become a teacher, you should prepare lesson plan and you will have a learning objective. For example, if it is a writing skill, you should enter the class and you should tell the students, okay, today we at least want to learn to write 5 sentences by using some words. Okay, that is our learning objective. So that is how we do in a class. Okay, so what did I do? This is the unforgettable incident that happened in my class, and I wrote this in my thesis, my action research thesis. The most common disciplinary problem that I encountered in B2 class were the boys in the class like play around the class, such as shouting, fighting, pushing, and running out of their class. This kind of disruptive behavior not only disturbing the pupil as well as threatening the pupil's safety. An incident happened when Farid, was one of my students, was injured on his head when his friend pushed him and Farid collided onto the edge of his desk, which made the teacher to bring him to the hospital, and he got 2 stitches. You know, 2 sutures means he need to get sutures. K means the wound is deep. Naughtiness is normal among 8 years kid, but everything has its own limitation. Almost every day, the teachers advising the pupil not to run, not to push, make noise in the class. But small kids, they will not care about the teachers' mumblings. Okay, so this is what I was talking about. The incident that I can't remember. I still remember until this very second, where the students got pushed and he got really bad injured. Okay, and the teachers, every teacher goes to the class and they keep on saying, don't run, don't push, don't make noise. Okay, but they don't listen. So I was thinking, what should I do? Okay, let's go next. Okay, what should I do? So in this time of period, I really seek for some information, especially from my supervisor Suzaki. He came for my observation in the first observation, and he actually encountered this problem, especially in the classroom management. And he has helped me to. He does help me to come up with some intervention based on this problem. Some I shared with my fellow practicum teachers, Vijaya and also Pavi. My lecturer, Sir Mazlan, he actually took us classroom management. He actually taught a lot of theory about this classroom management.
I'm sorry to interfere.
Sorry?
Your
Yes?
slide is not moving, bro.
Okay, again?
Yeah, we can see now.
Is it okay now?
Yeah, it's okay now. Vehnoo, go on.
Okay, let me know if it is not moving. Okay, next, the book and also the internet are very helpful for me. Then I got an idea. What should I do next? So this is what I use. It's very simple one. You will know. You can just do it now. If you have certain numbers of students' name, and you can just do it now at your home. You can just get a manila card, some stickers, markers, and some colored papers, A4 color papers. That's it. Okay. Okay, I'm in the next slide. Can you see? Yeah. So this is my intervention. This is my intervention, the VP sticker board. Okay, if you look at it, I list down all the pupils' name from 1 until the end, 17 of them. And you can see I have specific color for them. This one is different color. This one.
It's not
The
going.
previous slide is not showing. The next slide can. Okay, good.
Okay, I think I better. Let me do this. Okay, the next one. Okay, so you can see the color here. Okay, it's color different. Why I make the color different? It is because to differentiate them in the group. So they are in the group. They are whatever activity that I'm gonna do. These 4 people will sit together in one group and they will work together. This one another group, this one another group, and this one another group. So I will have 4 groups. So you can see the stickers here where I will paste them if they did something good. and I will remove them if they did something bad. Okay, let's go theoretical now. Can you see this slide now?
Yes, yes,
Vehnoo.
Vehnoo.
Okay,
Vehnoo,
so
why don't
it's
Vehnoo,
yes.
why don't you press the full slideshow, full presentation?
I did put the food plus. Is not? Can you see now? Is it okay?
No, we cannot see it full.
Oh, you can't see it full because I can see it full, but something
No,
wrong
no, it's
here.
okay, Vehnoo. We can still see your slide. It's okay. I think you can just move on with the presentation. We can still see your slide.
Is it okay
Clearly.
or it's
Yeah,
too small?
it's okay, Vehnoo. It's not too small. We can read, and it's yeah, it's very clear.
Okay, thank you then. So this is theoretically based behind this VP sticker board. One, it is actually reward and punishment or carrot and stick theory. So I'm very sure that all of you are well known about reward and also punishment. This one we experience most of the time in the classroom where the teacher, sometimes our own teacher, they give us something like sweets or something like 1 ringgit if we're able to answer some question. So this is what I did. So I want it to be in my whole lesson, means every day in my lesson. Whenever I enter, this is the things that the students will look into. One, this is basically based on behaviorism theory, and it's more focus. It's give more focus on extrinsic motivation, means from external. Means when they look at the board and they will see, okay, I need to get more stickers now. Okay, and I need to do more. I need to go to be better to get more stickers. So we'll give more stickers. Okay, let's but you have to know it's not like fully depend on the teacher. One, it is because teacher has to discuss the classroom rules with the people as well as the number of the stickers. Okay, so this is what really happens. We have to be more student-centered nowadays. So we will give the chance for the students to give the rules. What are the things that they will tell us? What are the things that, what are the classroom rules that we should follow? They should follow. So that if they follow that, how many stickers should they get? Okay, for example, if they finish their homework for the day, or they bring the homework, they completed the homework, I'll give a sticker. This is what they discuss. And or if they met me in the Perimpunan assembly place, and if they talk to me in English, like, hi sir, good morning sir, how are you sir? So they will remind me, sir, 2 stickers, don't forget. Okay, so I'll give them 2 stickers. So these kind of things really help me, where sometimes at first when I entered the school, the students were looking at me like alien coming into the school. Literally like aliens. They were like, cikgu lo, like that. Okay, but when these things, the VP sticker board, and they are very lazy, they are very shy to talk to us when they look at us outside the classroom. But when I come up with this sticker board, they're able to talk to me in the canteen, at wherever this place in the school that they meet me. For example, if they have a co-curriculum activity, they will meet me. Obviously, they will talk to me. And otherwise like canteen or other places as well. Okay, so it was really helpful. These are the objective. First one, the research generally aim to, can you see this objective? The research.
Yes, we can see, Vehnoo.
Okay, generally aim to improve year 2 pupils' classroom behavior through the usage of VP sticker board. To improve year 2 with the specific objective, to improve year 2 pupils' classroom behavior through VP sticker board. To explain year 2 pupils' behavior changes after using VP sticker board. To explain how VP sticker board improve your pupils, year 2 pupils' classroom behavior. So it's not very much easier to actually measure the changes of a behavior. You have to know that it's not like something like a computer things where today I write a story and I finish in first paragraph, I print it out. Okay, I can see the first paragraph. The next day I write the second story and I can see two stories now. But it's not easy in terms of behavior changes. We can't show it. So I actually suffered a bit problem with that, especially on how to show the behavior of the changes of the behavior. And Sazaki helped me a lot in that, especially when I come up with this models. Stephen Cummings, AR means Action Research Model, where they have 4 steps or 4 phases. First one, you have to plan or planning. Here where I encountered many misbehavior from the pupils, thus which helped me to identify the misbehavior that the pupil...
Are you moving? I mean, is it the next slide, Vehnoo?
Yes, it is.
Okay, now we are seeing it. Okay, thanks.
Is it okay?
Yeah, we can see it.
Okay. So I encountered many misbehavior from the pupils, thus which helped me to identify the misbehavior that the people did in their classroom while a teaching and learning session. So first will be planning. Let me look at every one of them. What are the basic problem? What are the things that they face? Next, I take action. Here, I found out that they are easily attracted by using reward or by calling their names and praise them. This is what very important. As a teacher, you should be very good observer. You should know what your students attracted to. So when in year 2B, I entered, and when I say very good, you are doing very good, and they will be motivated. They are really likes when I encourage them, when I give something to them. So I really point out that okay, they are really into reward and also punishment method. They are really into it. So I use that as my weapon in order to get all their attention. So that's what I really come up with VP sticker board. I really hope that you understand why I have come up with VP sticker board. Okay, the rules, the classroom rules discussed together with the people in order to give them freedom for the people to voice out their opinion. In the intervention, the people will explain on how the VP sticker board works. So obviously, I have told them this is the VP sticker board. This is the rules that we are setting up. If you come up with something creative work, I will give this much of stickers. Normally, we will have like action songs and everything. If their participation is good, so I will give them stickers where they are very much encouraged to do or to participate in the class. And before that, they were kind of very shy to use the language itself. So after the VP sticker board, they are very free to use this language. Okay, next, the following, step number 3, observe. So here, the usage of VP sticker board for almost 4 weeks with the progress data collection, I managed to see people behavior changes, especially in controlling the classroom. As before I come up with the intervention, my classroom control was very poor based on my mentor teacher comments. After I implemented the VP sticker board, I able to successfully control my pupils' behavior. You will see the teacher's instinct will be really good there. You will see one day, if the students actually enter the class and you see the face of the students, you can see what is the problem that he's facing. You should know. As a teacher, we should analyze before the student tell us what really happened. If it is the student's face is very sad, before she entered the class, we should know what is the problem and why she's very sad. That is a teacher's job. And if the students are very happy for the day, and you should know why they are very happy. Okay, so by knowing that, you will be more close to your students, and the students will very much love you. Okay, lastly, reflection phase. Based on the data collected, I have analyzed the effectiveness of VP sticker board in improving my pupils' classroom behavior and encourage them to follow the classroom rules. Beside, cultivate the usage of English in their class and also outside the class. And if, as I told you before, if they met me in the canteen, they will use English. Okay, now comes to the data collection. Triangulation of data, I use three. One is observation, daily journal. I keep a daily journal. Next, interview, and after that, I have a field note. So let's look at the data based on my observation. So out of 17 students, I selected 5 respondent for my research. First one, you see, based on my observation, is an aggressive person, lazy to finish his work, but he's a very good student and always first in his class. I still remember the boy and his face. I don't know whether what he's doing now. Supposedly he should be in secondary school. Next, respondent 2, daydreamer, love to disturb his friends, attention seeker, uncooperative in group activity, lazy to finish his work. This is why I told just now. When he's attention seeker, it's very much like to complain about others, and they don't want to cooperate in the group. They want to be the leader for this for his group. When they didn't get it, they will start to find the attention. They will come and talk to me. Sir, can I change the group, like that? So this is what happened in respondent 2. Number 3, I'm very sure that you have encountered this kind of person in your life, especially in your school. Okay, when you were students. Okay, next, respondent 3, shy, silent, and scared, lazy to finish his work, not motivated to cooperate in group, always use Malay language. Respondent 3 is quite unique. He's very quiet in the class. Okay, next, let's see respondent 4, passive, reserved, and often absent to school, sleepy, lazy to finish his homework. Respondent 5, aggressive person, love to disturb her friends, lazy to finish her work, supposedly, sorry. Okay, so these are the 5 respondents, and you can see the data based on my observation. Now let's go to this interview. This is after my intervention. What really happened? You have to know, if it is interview, you need to analyze your interview, and you have to code it to certain words. For example, after I finish analyzing my interview, I come up with this quote, which is motivation, fun, and involvement. Why did I say that? Because first, saya rasa bersemangat untuk membuat kerja sekolah. Respondent 2 said this. I don't use English during my interview because it's a barrier for them. And to get pure and good data, you have to use the language that the students understand, and where the language that they can freely express. So you will get a good data based on it. Okay, and you can see all the 5 respondents, they say saya suka sticker, means they really like the sticker, they want to get the sticker. Next, respondent 1, sir jangan cabut sticker saya. Okay, this is what really happened. If they did something, if they break the rules, the classroom rules, obviously I'll go and take out one of the sticker. So this is what they will normally will say to me. Okay, sir jangan cabut sticker saya. Next, respondent 3, group saya selalu menang dan dapat sticker. You can see they are motivated now and they are having fun. They say, oh, I always win, and we got a lot of stickers, and it shows involvement. And last one, sir, saya rasa malu sebab sir cabut sticker saya. Okay, you see, they are motivated not to do the bad thing. If they are doing something bad, I will go and take out the stickers. Okay. Next, afraid of losing sticker and also discipline. Now you can see, based on this, sir saya rasa malu. This one already said just now. Saya siapkan semua kerja sekolah saya sekarang. You see, now they are able to finish the homework. And saya tak berlari dah sekarang dalam kelas. See, respondent 3 said he won't run in the class after this. It shows that they are afraid of losing sticker and also discipline. They are becoming more disciplined. Sir akan buang stiker kalau saya buat jahat. Okay. Kalau kami tak buat kerja sekolah, buat bising, lari dalam kelas, kacau kawan, sir akan buang stiker. Respondent 4. So these are based on this interview results, we can see that they are afraid of losing the stickers and also they are becoming disciplined. So this is the behavior changes that I can show. And another one here, you can see it very clearly. This is before the intervention, the field note before the intervention. First, facial expression. I'm focusing on 3 main aspects. First one is facial expression, motivation and involvement in the classroom. Next one is understanding of the instruction. Okay, respondent 1, look bored and distant, lost in his own thought, means daydreaming. Respondent 5, on several times throughout the session, selalu menguap. Okay, you can see if you're bored about something, you will be warning, right? Rest of the participants were neutral, neither excited nor bored, although they were occasionally tense, means sometimes they will feel like tense up. Okay, next, motivation and involvement. Okay, based on this, respondent 3 and 2 lost focus on more than once. Respondent 1 kept itching in his chair to the door. Lex 5 was shy and unaudible throughout the recession, and 1 injured playing with their friends. You see, sometimes they are very dangerous. They are very much hyperactive in the class until it's not easy to control them. And mostly the instruction had to be repeat most of the instruction in Malay language in enhance understanding. So this is before the intervention. After the intervention, okay, this is what happened after the intervention. Facial expression, the pupil look happy when I inform them that I'm going to announce the best student for the month. Okay, obviously I should tell this before. The sticker board not only just stick, we have to go and stick the stickers there. Obviously you have to count. Each and every week you have to count how many stickers that the students gain. And at least once a month, we have to give them something like small gift for them to appreciate them, so that they won't get bored with our sticker board, as well as they will be more motivated to involve in the class. Next, people looked excited and smiled when I announced the best students of the month. The rest of the people look eager to learn the lesson. They want, after I give the gift, they will feel, okay, saya nak dapat stiker banyak, so I need to listen what sir going to say today. Okay, these kind of things we can just read from the students' face, because they are year 2 and they are very innocent, and you can just easily read what they are going to say to you. Okay, next, the people excited to answer my question. Whenever they're able to answer the question, I give stickers. So they will raise up their hands and very excited. The people who gets the sticker look happy and want to get more stickers. Okay, let's go to the motivation and involvement. Participants or respondents are highly motivated and were involved actively during the lessons. As you can see just now, respondent 1 sat on the chair and refused to get up. This is very special. As I told you, respondent 1 is quite good student, but he's a bit sensitive. Okay, you see, sat on his chair and refused to get up. He had to be left alone for a while before he joined the session. Means he feel like sometimes he will be very sensitive. If somebody say about him something, he will be really tense up and he can't handle his aggressiveness. So what I will do that he will just be at his place. And after I will just arrange them in the group. So when he sees that I'm started to give the stickers and I'm started to say praises them, and he will come and join the group. So you can see how the sticker board really helps him, help to actually change his mood at that time. All the pupils were highly motivated because I'm giving bonus stickers today. So in the 10th day, I give them bonus stickers because they were good, and the class was good, and I give everyone stickers. And sometimes if the students, you can see some students, they didn't get any stickers, and they will like very much looks like, oh, sad. So you have to encounter that, and you have to at least give them, okay, because you try to answer this question, I give you one sticker. At least give them one sticker so that they will be happy for the day. Okay, we're not gonna lose anything with that one sticker, right? Next, understanding of instruction. Almost all the instruction were in English. At last, in the 10th week, participant could follow the given instruction well today. So you can see how the changes from Malay, fully used in Malay, now it goes to English. So this is the before intervention and also after intervention. Now my findings, my final findings. Okay, you can see disruptive behavior, positive behavior, daydreaming, become more attentive, because if they are daydreaming, they cannot answer question. If they cannot answer question, they didn't get any stickers for the day. So you can see how it actually works, right? Absentees, reduce absentees. So whoever come to class, I will give them sticker first. When after I enter the class, I will count how many of them. Okay, give the name, and I will just give all them stickers. So first stickers means whoever come to class, they will get the sticker. Next, reluctant to use English, showing more interest in using English inside the class and also outside the class. Cooperative behavior in group activities, you can see they are very much they want to sit together. So after using the sticker, cooperative behavior and more creative in presenting the ideas. This is very important things. I want to highlight that. More creative in presenting idea. Well, at first I was thinking this is behavior theory, and how I'm going to cultivate their creativity. Then at last I encountered that whenever that I give, whenever I give them some work, for example, action songs, or I ask them to come up with posters or anything, they will think creatively and critically to come up with something extraordinary in order to get the sticker. So it shows that they are able to be more creative, even though the sticker bomb to it's actually cultivate creative in presenting ideas. Okay, not doing homework, it complete the homework. So this is what happened in my intervention in the school, and now I'm still using it in my school, but I rename it according to my panel, English panel. So we have discussed and we have come up with something more simpler than a bot. VP sticker board now become stars for stars. Let me show you what is star for star. Okay, this is star for stars, and where I actually come up with this one, you can see more clear. It's in a piece of paper. I print it out, a lot of stars, and I will highlight them if they did something good, and I will cut them if they did something means if they break the rules. Okay, and if they presented something really good, I will come up with some. I will give them more stars. Okay, stars for star means more star, they will become stars. Okay, so the concept and everything are same, except for the shape of the board is changed now. And this is why I come up with this. First one, just print and paste in book, because I paste based on my panel. I encourage all the teachers in my panel, English panel, they have to have this in their notebook, so that the people will be encouraged to they will give the stars for the peoples, where the students can encourage to use English, motivating, increase pupil involvement, cooperative, and also creative. So that's all for my VP sticker board, and I would like to share my master degree as well. I completed my master degree in UUM with the title Expert's View on the Use of New Supermind Primary Textbook, a Feasibility Study. Okay, you have to know what is Supermind. It's the new textbook for year 1 and year 2, and how it is being used in the classroom. You should know this, because after finish your college life, you're going to come to school, and this is what will be the textbook for year 1 and also year 2. So I think I have used a lot of time, and I'm going to finish it now. Is it okay?
Yeah, thank you very much, Vehnoo. Amiza?
Okay.
Thank you very much, Sir Vehnoo, for your educational and fascinating presentation. Your presentation just now made me realize that when we become a teacher, we will not just teach them, but also we need to have the skills in managing the whole classroom with various behavior of students. I can also say that your idea helps to create an important bond within student and teacher, which is very important to us for having a good environment in the class. Frankly speaking, we are very impressed by your ideas and curious to learn more about your journey after hearing both speakers' great presentations. So, I would like to ask a few questions to our panels. We will start with Sir Vehnoo. Sir, I would like to know from your action research project, did you manage to find out why the pupils were misbehaving in your class? And how did you manage to win them over, even though you seem like a stranger to them because you were just a practicum teacher and you're just of a different race?
Yeah, thank you very much for the question. Yes, as I told you before, when I entered, when I, Pavi, and also Vijaya, we three of us at the same school. And when we entered the school and the students, I can, people's innocent, and we can just read from their face and their mind. We can just read their mind through their face. So what really happened that we can see that they are looking at us like we are aliens, very, very aliens to them. And we can see that some of them like running away from us, like really running away. Wow, I was like really shocked during that time. And another shock when I was given year 2 and the last class for year 2, and the teacher actually said it is more really hyperactive class and you need to have a lot of passion to control them. So what really happened is that, as I told you before, I go to the class and I look at the students. I find out what really need for them. I really want to share this to you. Whatever the students are, we never use them the students' weakness. Don't use the word weakness. Okay, it's really negative things. We can just use the students' need. Okay, that is what really emphasized in the CFR. So we have to focus on the student needs. They are lacking of something, so that is what their needs. So I really see that the students really need to have a good behavior in the classroom, and the students need to encourage, to cultivate them to speak in English inside the class and also outside the class, so that we can just break this barrier of language between races and a lot of other factors as well. I think that's all. Thank you.
Oh, wow. Okay, so it is something that we should really prepare ourselves for, and it might be more challenging obstacles will come to us, right? So, by the way, as we all know, your innovation was for your final project. I'm curious how you arrange your time to execute and complete your invention on time despite your hectic schedules of lectures and other events. Is it possible for me to hear from Mr. Tengku Adzim first?
Oh, what was the question again? Sorry.
Uh, um, I'm very curious how you arrange your time to execute and complete your invention time despite hectic schedules of lectures and other events.
Okay. Actually, I don't really remember how I managed my time. It was in 2015. So I think I was lucky because my innovation was very simple, and the problem that I researched on was very simple, not that complicated, and time to get the data, means the result and everything. It was very easy. You just need to have camera to print something, give it to the students, and to manage that time. Honestly, I don't remember what I did before, because I think everything was on last minute. Everyone was cut short that time, and we just get everything done. So if when Mr. Zaki asked for the draft, we go send the draft, and I don't know about the quality back then, but it just as we finish it, and that's all. How we managed that time, I don't remember at all. Sorry, guys.
It's okay. I must say, Mr. Tengku Adzim, you had a long day back then, but still managed to handle things so effectively. Sir Vehnoo, how about you? Would you like to share with us the methods that you use to manage your time?
Okay, first of all, during the final semester, that will be really one, because it's emotionally disturbing us, because after 5 years we won't see our friends, kind of like really started to miss the college life and everything in that time being, and we are fighting with our thesis. Is really stress out for us at that time. And one of the thing is that we need to be prepared. We actually really be prepared with, especially the data. Data is very important. You have to know to collect the data. As I told you, the triangulation just now, the three things: my lesson of my observation, my interview, and also my field note. This is my observation and my field note will be every time after my class. I will do that. So it will be like it actually following my lesson. So after I finish the lesson and that class today, so I'll sit and do what really happened in the class. So in one point that is really helpful for me. And for interview, I actually I go to the school and get the data again from the students. So to do the triangulation and to support my research findings more. And one, you have to I should have a good planning, and also should have a good checklist. And also another one, great support from your friends and also the lecturer, especially Suzaki. Sometimes he will ask for something on that day. It will be sometimes will be very late than that, but he won't got angry with us. He will say, okay, never mind, let me check that. Okay, thank you, sir. Okay, that's it.
Okay, thank you, Sir Vehnoo. What a great tip. So basically, you have to have a good planning, have to have a checklist, and support from your friends, and also lecturers, especially Suzaki. So, guys, as a student and trainee teacher, time management is really important to us. Next, we go back to Sir Vehnoo. I have a question for you. After years of teaching, what are the main learning problems faced by Malaysian pupils in learning English?
Okay, I think it is very important and also crucial ideas for you, and I hope that you can just jot down some of it. First of all, if you look at into our A on the CFR, obviously we are in year 5 now. Everything changed to be CFR, and we are focusing on CFR. And our aim in the CFR, when the students leave year 6, they will able to at least go to at least they are in level A1 or A2. You know, A1 or A2, you have to go and see the CFR scale again. A1 or A2 means they should be very good in English. Okay, and based on that, certain things that we need to focus. First one, if it is in terms of listening, I would say that based on my school, the students are doing good, because they will they will get some help from this picture, and they have some guidance based on the text, and also based on the pictures, based on the notes. It will be very helpful. But in terms of speaking, they are facing a big problem, because one, if it is speaking, the students able they're able to communicate basic, simple English, like good morning, sir. If you look at a teacher, you have to say good morning. So it's kind of a skill the students should know. Or when they talk to their friends, they have to have to talk in English. This is quite, difficult to handle in the class. When sometimes after a few classes, they use the language like Malay, and if in my school, they use mainly in Tamil, then suddenly in my class, they have to really format their brain. Okay, now format everyone English. Okay, so it's a bit hard for the students. Okay, they cannot format it like that. Okay, but whatever it is, we are trying our best to actually cultivate the students to use the English language inside and outside the classroom. And also they're able to describe peoples and also things. These are the things that they should know. So maybe for your innovation, you can just come up with something for speaking, how to help the students to find out, to describe things or to describe peoples. Okay, means they have to know a lot of adjective, which will be helpful for them. Okay, another one, if it is reading, they are facing quite a big problem as well. One is phonics is really helpful. Year 1 and year 2, they really need to focus on phonics. You can come up with a lot of things in phonics. Okay, phonics is very huge, platform for you to come up with something basic ideas for phonics. Another one, they're able to read a long text. One, they're able to read a long text, not only read, and they have to understand. That is the main important things for reading. It is different if they're able to read but they don't understand anything. It is not reading. It's not considered as reading. Reading is when the students read and they understand each and every sentence. Even though if they didn't understand a words, they can use the contextual clue. Means based on the sentence, they can just assume or guess the idea. Okay, oh, maybe this is the meaning for the words. Okay, so that is for reading. I really think that you can get. Another one is writing. As you see, Adzim touched the basic part of writing, penmanship. I would say until this very second, year 6 pupils facing problem in penmanship. They don't know how to write a small p and also a big P. Okay, they don't know to differentiate between big S and also small s, and also they don't know how to write big O, small o. These words, these letters are something that very much confusing for the pupils, and you should come up with something for that as well. And if it is, I've been paper marking for 2 years, and if it is the students, if the students make this kind of mistake, it's considered as a major mistake, and we penalize for it. They might lose at least 1 mark or 2 for that. Okay, so really focus on alphabet and also penmanship. Okay, another one, sentence construction. In order to come up with something, in order to convey a message, and in order to tell a story, the student have to have a good language, especially in writing. So you have to know, we are from primary school where you have to come up with, we have to come up with a story, 3 picture and some notes, and you have to come up with a story, 3 paragraph story. Remember this? Have you remembered that? You base our time. So that is what the students have to do. They have to come up with something very flawless writing piece based on the picture and also notes. So that is how some of the students facing problem, especially major problem in SVA, means subject verb agreement, where they cannot come up with a good sentence if they don't know subject verb agreement. Another one, if this kind of problem, another problem is they're having problem with proverbs and also similes. If they use this kind of proverbs and also suitable similes, so their work or their piece, their masterpiece will be better, and they would get great marks. At the same time, another thing, they can express themselves very well. So our aim is, as a teacher and English teacher, you should be able to teach your students to come up with, to express themselves about their holidays, about their pet, about their school. Okay, so this is the important things that we should teach our students. But we have to come up with something unique. Now, that is why you have to come up with innovation, intervention, very unique one, so that you won't just, chalk and talk. Chalk and talk is quite really old type of method, which is, I won't say that it's not, I won't say it's not effective. It is effective, but there are a lot of things that you can do which will be more effective. I would say that that's the main problem that our pupils are facing in English language classroom. Thank you.
Thank you, Sir Vehnoo, for the great explanation. For your information, we never have the experience in school yet, but later, of course, we go to school, right? So I hope that your explanation just now will help us in the future. So both of our presenters today are really dedicated. We have listened to Sir Vehnoo experience. Now we would like to have Mr. Tengku Adzim to answer this question. I'm urging all my fellows who are interested in business to focus on this. So my first question is, Mr. Tengku Adzim, based on your experience in this business world, what education innovations have high potential for commercialization, and what are the best ways to commercialize an innovation?
Okay. Thank you. The best education innovation. The best education innovation is any kind of innovation that can solve problem. The first rule of business is if you can solve a problem, you can sell the product. So regardless of the innovation, if you can solve the problem, you can sell it to your target market. So that's the first rule of business. And then for the second part of the question, how to commercialize? Is it how to commercialize? What's the second part of the question? Sorry, I lost it.
How to commercialize, if there's any idea or innovation, how to best commercialize the innovation or the idea.
Okay, the best way to commercialize your innovation. Okay, there's a few ways, but you just need to remember that for I mean, if you have ideas, innovation, do not bring your innovation to government departments. I mean, if you have innovation in education innovation, I think you should not go to maybe JPN, because someone there will steal your idea. Okay, it happened to a few of my friends. Their idea got stolen. So the best way is, firstly, go and patent your ideas. Go and patent your innovation. How to patent it? You can use my IPO, so you can get your innovation registered so that nobody can steal it. And then bring your proposal, your innovation proposal to private sector, like companies, like corporate, like Grolier, companies that sell education products like Grolier. That's all I know. Maybe we need to do more research on that. And if your innovation is in a form of text, like books, e-books, things that can be printed, you can actually sell it yourself using a few mediums. One in Malaysia, you can even sell it through Shopee, but your target market cannot be that precise. You can sell it through a website called OnPay. And if you want to go international, go bigger, you can list your innovation, your printed innovation books or something like that, in Amazon Kindle program, a book. Amazon, I think you guys know that Amazon do sells books. So if you list your innovation in Amazon Kindle program, you will get royalties every time there are purchases from your listing. And the best thing is, if your material should be printed, Amazon can handle your products. Means you just upload your soft copy, and then Amazon's will print out your books to customers, and then you will get the net profit of your listing. So that's one of your ways, and it is proven because I have friends who has been listing children activity books in Amazon Kindle program, and during this pandemic since last year, he's making around $40 to $50 a month, so around what 100 to 100K ringgit Malaysia per month. So that's it. You just upload it once and then you just reap the royalties. That is a few way. But
Or
if
we
you
would like to know further about that, Adzim. Huh?
all right, I could show you the platform.
Okay, sure.
Another thing is, if you have a physical product, something like a gadget or everything, you can still bring it to a corporate company that have OEM standard factory. They can produce your gadget if you have gadgets for education, and most of the companies actually in China, because most of the product, as you can see, is made from China. So you can look at in the internet now, like the company like Mami Hana, they produce audio device for kids, audio mengaji, something like that. And I had the opportunity to work closely with that team, the Mami Hana team, and we even collaborated with Sufyan Suhaimi, the senior, forget his name, to produce that thing. So that's one of the things. Go for OEM factory. I think that's all.
Okay, thank you very much from Mr. Tengku Adzim. What are the precious ideas from the best businessmen? As we have heard, there are many platforms for us to commercialize our project, and I think my friends a little bit excited for this. But we go back to Sir Vehnoo. Sir, if you have an innovation in your mind, what is your next innovation project?
Okay, thank you for the question. First of all, the first thing that in my mind is, as I told you before, I listed out a lot of ideas just now based on the students' needs that we need to cater in the school. Especially writing will be my main focus in order help the students to express themselves and able to write something about themselves, about their holidays, about their surrounding. It will be something that really useful for them, and also for their future. Another one would be computerize this WP sticker board or stars for stars. It is very much, a bit difficult for me to use it during PDPR, because during PDPR I can just get the book. Once they have done the work, I will ask them to send to the school, and once they have school, I'll go and collect the book from the school and I will mark, and after that I'll just give the stickers. I'll just give them the highlight for the stars. But if I computerize it, if I able to computerize it, I can just use it in my class during the online class or PDPR. That is what in my mind for the time being. That's it.
What a great idea, sir. Now we hope that we can all the IPGKSM students can have that spirit during you. So next from Mr. Adzim, my question for you as well. If you have any innovation project in your mind, it doesn't have to be in education, of course. What is your next project?
You mean my next project?
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be about education, right? Okay. Currently,
Yes.
I'm taking over my mother-in-law company, because she wants to retire. So that company actually sells computers, electronics in Jeddah. So what was the question again? My
What
next
is your
project. And
Yeah, your next project. I mean, if you
next
have innovation
innovation
project or
project?
even just a project, I mean, what's going to be your next project?
okay, my innovation project. Okay, the serious one, I'm actually been doing it since 3 years ago. 3 years ago, but I haven't finished it. I'm actually building a platform for a housewife to sell their homemade cook recipe, food, and all that. So actually, the platform or the apps is already in Play Store. You can search Makane the soup. You can write from Platte's word. But then I put the project back on hold 2 years ago because I had to focus on other things. But this year, I'm back on focusing this project because I think this is the right time, since most of people right now, they lost their incomes. They need to get more income, side income and everything. So I think that platform will help them to sell their products without having to open up shop, without having to make a marketing campaign or everything. They just have to produce the food, list the food in my platform, in my apps, and then my team will do the rest. I mean, do the marketing, do the delivery. The delivery will be in Besut at first, I think. So that's it. The innovation is the platform itself.
Okay, I see. That very superb. What a great idea. Now we will move on quickly. I want to ask again to Tengku Adzim, what area of education innovation that we should work on based on the current situations of the pandemic and online learning?
All right.
What area of education innovation that
What area of education? Okay, area
Yeah.
of education. I think the methods to teach now, you cannot use the existing methods. I mean, chalk and talk, of course, you can't do it now. And then how can you cater to every type of pupils in the classroom? I mean, some of people, they don't have internet connection to do PDPR. And then some of people do have internet connection, but they don't have equipments to print out to complete the task. And then there are also the privileged people that miss everything. So how can you come up with methods that can suit all of these people's type? Yeah, so I think that's the best area to focus on right now.
Okay, thank you very much. So thanks to Mr. Tengku Adzim, such a brilliant idea to share with. Now I would love to hear opinion from Sir Vehnoo as well. What area of education innovation that we should work on?
Okay, thank you for the question. First of all, let me explain a bit about PDPR, what's really happening in this PDPR things. Especially when it comes to PDPR, the teachers have a lot of problems. The students facing a lot of, not problem, challenges. We use positive words. Challenges, okay? The students facing a lot of challenges. The parents facing a lot of challenges. That is what the reality it is, okay? You see, some parents, I'm year 6 teacher, year 6 class teacher. So some of the parents will call me and say, sir, since morning until evening, the students are using my phone. So I don't have my phone I don't have my phone to call someone. So these are the basic problems that the parents have. Okay, the parents having now for the time being. So what really happening in the school now, PDPR, is the government itself, they have come up with something, a lot of platform for the teachers to teach the students. But the thing is, whenever, if the teacher able to use it, but we have to know that whether the students can fully participate in that, platform. For example, Google Classroom. All the students enter the Google Classroom can just they download or can just they watch the video and give the feedback and answer some quizzes based on that video. So this is like very debatable according to the places, the location itself. If it is town area, yes, obviously yes. If it is a bit rural area and also villages, like my school, I'm having some problem as well with the internet connection, and I can't do my PDPR at home because it's unstable. That's why most of the time I'll come to school in order to do my online classes. So this is what I'm facing. Okay, so in order to come to in order to do my job, I have to come to school so that I can do my job here. Okay, so that's what really happening in PDPR. In terms of what method that we can use, the teachers can use, which is really effective, that help all the students to understand everything A to Z. I would say that there is no any other methods. Okay, so it's basically depend on the teacher itself. That is what our government said. If you see the SPI, means what we call SPI, we call it SPI, which is the teacher has to conduct PDPR according to the students' ability and also suitability and based on teachers' own creativity. So that is the main idea that we need to focus. So if it is the students not able to get the internet, the teacher has to think creatively to come up with something that will be helpful for the students. They are not left behind. So for them, we are preparing some modules based. The modules are not simple modules like we have print photostat from this workbook. We can't do that. We have a format for the modules where the students have to be, the first page will be the learning objective and the instruction, how the students can, should do this job, how they should do complete this work. All that should be stated in the first page. After that, the worksheet. What are the people have to do? And another one in this time, PDPR time, parents has to be very cooperative with the student, with the teacher. They have to be very much open to the teacher. They have to tell us what really happening at home. Even in my class, I have a very good students back at home after PDPR. During this PDPR time, the students having problem like behavior problem. They started to not doing their homework. These kind of things are really happening now. And if I ask them to send the book, they won't send. I got this one student, right? We have started the school on March, means we have conducted the PDPR from January until March. Then I asked, after March, they opened the school, the student come to school. And I asked one student, come, let me mark your book. Can you just show your book, the work that I gave? You know what she did? She just bring a notebook, which is a new notebook. Means she doesn't do anything. In that situation, you can feel what really happened, how you can feel at that time, right? I was really really angry on her, like because you have to know all the notebooks are the evidence of what we are doing, what we are teaching. Okay, so normally once a month, the Guru Besar, the HM, she will come and will check the notebooks. So if this book goes to her, you see what will happen to me. Okay, so I was so angry, and I asked her to stay after school and do the work, complete the 3-month work in one day. See, these kind of things happen. Okay, so to solve this problem, the teacher has to come up with something interesting. So after that, I have come up with a lot of quizzy. You know quizzy, right? You're very expert quizzy, right? So after a certain time of we are teaching, and we have to come up with something like interesting in the quizzy, we just post some question, and the students will be answering the question. Okay, means in this way, the students able to answer the question. But the only thing that the data is in the phone. Okay, so I have to find a way how to get the data there. From there, and should show it to this my HM if she wants it. Okay, so from there, I would say that gamification will be very interesting for the pupils in this era of teaching and learning period in the PDPR, where they can, if it is gamification, they can just enjoy themselves by using through this game. I still remember our friends Jihan and also Amos. They have come up with something very interesting in terms of gamification, where more and less like a Pokemon game. If you have played this Pokemon game, you have to go to some place and you will go to the place and you have to answer a question, quiz. Then after, if you answer it correctly, you can further your journey. It's sort of like that. The game was that, but I'm not very sure whether they're having it now or not. I mean, still using it in the classroom or not. I mean, Adzim and Jihan and also Amos. It was
Talking
very
about
interesting.
the Vehnoo, are you talking about the innovation that they did very early when I mean, I think it was your third semester or fourth semester,
Yeah.
they joined this innovation competition. It's called Tempora. Is that the one?
Yes, yes,
Okay,
that's the one.
Tempura.
Tempura, yes, we still remember that. So if it is still, it will be very effective, and it is very much futuristic. At that time, they have come up with that tempura. So if they able to, publish it and present it to someone, so that English classes can be conducted through that, will be really much interesting for the pupils. So I think that is the innovation that we were looking for the PDPR nowadays. Thank you.
Thank you very much to Sir Vehnoo and Tengku Adzim for answering this question. I can't say more, and I very agree to both of our panels. So both of our panels today are the best. Consequently, I would like to hear from both of you before we wrap up on our discussion. What advice do you offer for us, especially for the Thessalians, in becoming excellent students and trainee teachers? Let's start with Mr. Tengku Adzim first.
All right, advice in becoming better TESOL student. Basically, TESOL student. Not student, TESOL student. Okay. So to become an excellent TESOL student, I think most of all you have to be actively involved in whatever activities, whatever projects, whatever events in that campus, and then please communicate between yourself, between you and your classmate. Have good communication. Use English because you want to be an excellent TESOL student, right? Use English every time, even during mengumpat or every time. Okay, so but then follow all the instruction. Just do whatever your lecturers ask you to do. Don't be rebels like us, and then follow the rules. Okay, and enjoy the process, trust the process, respect the process, because the tortures will end there, not forever, but it begins again during your teacher career. So enjoy your time there, because you're gonna miss it very much. When I have around 5 years in campus. Right. So enjoy your time. You're gonna miss your friends, because after you got posted and you became a full-time teachers, you have no more time to actually socialize with your classmates, to see them again, and then that's kind of sad. And enjoy everything now. That's it. I think. Good luck, guys. Jangan lupa vaksin. That's all.
Thank you to Mr. Tengku Adzim. So to everyone, especially Thessalian, we have to basically enjoy our time when we are still in IPG. So we have to remember that, and don't forget to use English every single time, even though you're in the middle of gossiping. So that's what Mr. Tengku Adzim said. So what about Sir Vehnoo?
Again, thank you for the question. So the basic things, don't forget, where are we and what are we doing in this campus? Well, the first things that you have to do is you have to respect your lecturer, especially our own department lecturer. That is the basic things. If you say that I'm talking in front of you today, in this very second, it's all of this comes from their blessing. Each and every lecturers in this department, in our English language department, they will pray for us, for our better future. So whatever it is, they will be your mother. They have been my father and also my mother. Hopefully, they will become a good father and also mother for you as well. So you have to respect them. That is the main thing. Whatever that they say, if they ask you to jump from the building, please jump. Maybe it's on fire, right? So just jump. Okay. So just follow their instruction clearly. Okay. Don't ever say anything about them. Okay. So that is the important thing. Respect your lecturer. Respect your friend. That's another one. Respect your friend. Okay. So because they will be there. If you have any problem at the end, they will be there for you. Another 5 years, you will be together. Okay. So whatever problem that you are facing, at least even though you are fighting with them 1 day or 2 days, the third day, go and hug them and say, I'm sorry, please forgive me. Okay, that is the word. Please forgive me. We are good friends. Okay. Because Thessalian, we are very open-minded to every situation. So you have to be like that. Okay. Be socialized with your friends. What Adzim said about enjoy is really enjoy yourself in whatever the situation it is. Okay. If you're arranging, we have enjoyed ourselves all over the program, in the class, in the canteen, in the field, and during the sukan that we conducted, during the program that we have conducted. You have to know that we have conducted some of the wonderful program in our campus, and we're able to win, and we have won a lot of competition in our campus. All this because we enjoyed at that time. I think was correct about it. Okay, even though at that time you will be very tense up, you will be tense up with the program, you have to manage everything, but don't forget to enjoy with your friend. Okay, so another one, do challenge yourself every day. Don't forget. Okay, whenever you go to sleep, reflect for the day, and when you have a new day, you have to say to yourself, challenge yourself to do something new on the day, to come up with something interesting for the day, so that you will be helpful for you, for everyone, and also for this lovely nation as well. And okay, another one, cooperation among your classmates. Thessalian, you should be together. No, never fight between you. You have to be together. I hope you understand why I'm telling this. Okay, whatever the problem is, whatever the situation is, how bad is the situation is, please join your hand together and be together and break the problem together. That is the only thing that I would say, because we have faced that and we did that, and we have successfully shown our campus that Thessalian will be the best. We have our own style, we have our own personality, we have our own aim for this campus and also for our future. So before I finish these things, I would like to say to you, whatever the point, whatever the advice that we give, please please bear in that in your mind. At one point, you will join the dots. Don't forget. At that time, I won't say when is it, and I don't know when is it. Everyone doesn't know when is it, but at one point you will join the dots. When you join the dots, the things will just flash in your mind, and something new will be. You will get something new and something wonderful. Okay, just bear in your mind, and I hope that you will do better than us. Please come up with a lot of programs, and don't be please make yourself busy with programs. Come up with something very interesting, and for us and also for the campus. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Sir Vehnoo. We'll definitely remember it. After hearing both of our presenters' advice, I believe it is evident that all students, not only Thessalian, should follow these advices in order to become better and more successful students. By the way, as we can see in our chat room, it's going crazy. Everyone is very active. It's like a reunion between our seniors and Sir Zaki. I'm very happy to see that because, yeah, they can finally meet each other even though it's virtually. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, now we come to Q&A session from our virtual audiences. I'm sure Mr. Tengku Adzim and Sir Vehnoo would be pleased to answer them. And prior to that, a link for our attendance will be supplied in the chatting box at the end of the talk. No, it's actually in the chat box right now, so you can fill in your attendance before before the link is expired. Next, please raise your hand and turn on your microphone, audience. I'd like you to introduce yourself and then express your question. If you want a specific speaker to respond to your question, please start with the speaker's name, then the question, and finally the context. Does that make sense? Don't be shy. As we can see, they are very friendly, so feel free to ask them. Anyone who wants to ask question? Okay, Shahira from Tesla 2 has raised her hands. Please ask your question.
Okay, Assalamualaikum and hi. My name is Nur Shahira binti Arifin and I'm from Tesla 2. I would like to ask both of our panels today. And my question is, where and how can we get the inspiration from in order for us to come up with a new and unique innovation in the language teaching and learning? That's it. That's my question. Where and how can we get the inspiration from? Thank you.
Okay, Vehnoo, you go first.
Okay, Adzim. So your question is very simple. Where and how to get the inspiration? Okay, very good question. First one, as I said just now, if you take my inspiration about the VP sticker board, I get it from the class and also my friend discussion and also sir's advice. That is how I get my inspiration. If you want to get that, but in order to get the impressive idea, all those things, you have to think how you want to make it. Okay, how you want to make it interesting. For example, as I told you before, this inspiration, the computerization of stars for star or VP sticker board comes from, I just think of it, I just thought it yesterday after this rehearsal things. So we can't say that where we can get and how it can get. It's just at that blink you will get the things. So whatever it is, you have to read a lot, and whether you have to do a lot of research so that you can find a more interesting things where you will come up with something really helpful for the pupils. I think I hope I answer your question.
Thank you, Sir Vehnoo. Next, Tengku Adzim.
Okay, for the inspiration, for my research, the inspiration was from my own personal problem and my father. But for you guys, maybe nowadays, or nowadays there are a lot of medium for you guys to go and find inspiration and online inspiration. There are YouTube, TikTok, and then Pinterest. Go and search for the right keywords. I mean, search for education toys, education strategies, education DIY. Don't search for K-pop, don't search for Vehnoo. Okay, so and then you will find the right thing and just use the right keywords. Right. So I think it's not that hard nowadays to find inspiration. Then combine all the inspiration and come up with your own ideas. It's not exactly your own ideas, but come up with your own innovation. Does it answer your question?
Yes, it is. Thank you.
I would like to add some. So another one to get the inspiration. I'm sorry. So you can just say that if there is a small kid in your house, your siblings or your nephew or anyone that comes to your house, when you are teaching them, you will say that, you will think that, and you will feel what their problem. So from there also you can get the inspiration on how to overcome this problem. So whatever the problem, the challenges that you're facing, think how I can come up with something to actually overcome these challenges. You have to think like that. You have to make yourself think analytically about a situation. It can be just beside you. The inspiration can be just beside you. It's just that you need to think a bit. Okay, thank you.
The inspiration will come when you focus.
Okay, now we open for the second question. This question, okay, Uzai has raised his hands. Please ask the question, Zai.
Okay, Assalamualaikum and a good evening to both panels, lecturers, seniors, and my friends. So I am Muhammad Uzair from TSO2. So my question is, based on your personal experience, what language learning innovation that you have seen or read about struck you as being very creative and practical? I repeat again, based on your personal experience, what language learning innovation that you have seen or read about struck you as being very creative and practical? So that's my question. Thank you.
As you want to go first?
Always go first.
Okay, you want me to go first?
Yeah, Vehnoo, go first.
Okay, interesting innovation, language innovation, right? So there is a lot of things that I would share you, but I just that I can't show it now. For example, if it is phonics, you can just come up with. I have seen a lot of things that can be tools that can be useful for the students. For example, it's a PVC, by using PVC pipe, and they can make telephone looks like things, whether the students, when they pronounce it and they can hear it. I'm very sure that you have looked at it into it, and it will be very helpful for the students. And you can just make it very easily. You can just make it. Okay, that is one of the interesting. And if you want to know a lot, there is a lot of things, interesting things that I would share, but it's just that I can't remember for now. These are the one of the interesting that I would share, and it's not like really a secret, like dark secret. No one knows about it. Everything are in the internet. You can just go to the Pinterest and you can just find it there. Okay, so it's just that you need to see. And another one, interest and also interesting is different according to people's. Okay, sometimes my people, something that I like, maybe orange cake. I like orange cake, but if I bring it to my class, they don't like orange cake. They'll say that, what, orange cake? I don't want orange cake. I want chocolate cake. So you can see that there is some different there. So basically, innovation and also intervention also differ according to that. But the effectiveness will be the same. But it actually have to follow with your mind and also what do you think about the innovation. Okay, I hope that I answered your question.
Yes, it is. Thank you, sir.
Okay, it's my turn, right? Okay, in my personal experience, I think there are a few innovation that I think were very clever. One of the innovation was, I think I once saw a device created by someone I don't remember at all. I don't remember who. Maybe during my time in school. The device was a gadget where when students try to pronounce something or to try to after words, the device will respond with whether the pronunciation is right or wrong. I don't know how the teachers did it, but that's the device. Have you ever seen it before? Has anyone seen it before?
I haven't seen it before, but if that is, I mean, if its function is to ascertain whether your pronunciation is correct or not, it's a wonderful innovation. That's all I can say.
Vijaya said she saw it once, so I don't remember where. So that's one of the innovation. Another one is the use of artificial intelligence to help people to help anyone to construct sentences. The use of artificial intelligence. I mean, the mechanism was simple. The teachers use Siri and Google Assistant. You know, the thing that you have in your phone, Siri or Google Assistant, to help people understand how to use that word, how to pronounce that word. Even they can even use the Google Translate function where you can use the, what do we call that? The voice function. And that thing actually can be used as your innovation to help people understand how the way to pronounce something, words to pronounce it, and maybe the meaning of the words. So I think that's one kind of innovation, the best innovation I ever seen. So right? Was I?
Okay,
Okay,
so
sir.
thank
Thank you.
you for the answer. Okay, so the next person is Nur Afifa. Do you have anything to ask?
Assalamualaikum and a very good afternoon. My name is Nur Afifa binti Mustafa Yusuf and I'm from Tengku. So my question is, what are the characteristics of a good action research project? Thank you.
I think the best person that can answer for this obviously is Zaki. But in my opinion, I would say that an AR or action research should be simple and very effective to the people. So if it is very simple and also effectively can be, as I showed just now, how the behavior of the people changes, you can see how effective was it. So, and Adzim's handwriting, the students' improvements in the handwriting in a magic paper. So that is effective and also interesting at the same time. Maybe Sazaki can explain about it. Thank you.
Can I add some more?
Yeah, sure, Adzim.
So the best characteristic of action research, I think the innovation should be, first thing, it should be cheap. The cost is low because as a user, as a parents, as teachers, I hope that the innovation does not need a lot of costs to produce, because you want as many as people to produce your innovation in lowest cost ever. So might be from things that you can recycle using recyclable things, and then the methods of conducting the invention should be simple, and the result can be seen easily, maybe. Right?
Yeah, thank you, Adzim. Thank you, Afifa, for that very good question. I mean, the main purpose of this talk is to actually break down the stereotypical idea that you have about innovation. Okay, because the first talk was done by Sir Saha. So he was very much, or he is very much involved with coming up with application. So I don't want you to have in your mind that, you know, for you to have a good innovation, it has to be an application. It's not that at all. Okay, as you can see, okay, an innovation can be very simple yet very effective. Okay, so a good action research project, as Vehnoo said it and Adzim said it, you know, it has to be focusing on. You have to be focusing on getting. I mean, the innovation itself. It should be cheap. Okay, it should be better. It should be faster. It should be practical. Okay, so if you can get these elements into your innovation and at the same time make it effective, then you'll have a very good action research project. So I think that's it. Okay, thank you.
Okay, next we will move on to Iman, who has raised her hands. So Iman, please.
Assalamualaikum and a very good afternoon. I'm Iman Shafiqah from TESOL 2. I have a question for both of our speakers. Is it possible to improvise an existing innovation and call it our own? That's it, my question. Thank you.
So do you get the question?
Yes.
Yes.
Provide the existing innovation. I think it's okay if you give credit to the original ideas, and innovation should be improved. Just like look at cars. Okay, conventional car is from petroleum, and then they use gas to move around, and then there comes Elon Musk, and he improved on that, making it electric car. And then I think there's, for the greater purpose, for educational purpose, it's okay to improvise on certain innovation to suit other needs. Maybe, for example, like if someone innovate an application, does it applicable to all types of people? So you need to improvise. So I think it's okay. Vehnoo?
I would agree with Adzim, as Adzim said just now. We can just use and we have to change a bit in terms of the shape, or in terms of the color, or in terms of the structure, in terms of the material that you're using in order to construct that things, so that it won't be look like that things that you want to do. Can I just ask another question? Who was it just now? Was it Afifa?
It's me, Iman.
Oh, Iman. Iman, do you have anything in your mind?
Not yet.
Oh, not yet. Okay, then good. If you have, we can just discuss about it. Okay, never mind. I think I answered your question. You have to change a bit in terms of the structure, or in terms of the material that you're using, in order to come up with something that you can call it's yours. Okay. So I think I answered your question.
Okay, thank you so much, Sir Vehnoo and Mr. Tengku Adzim.
Okay, next we managed to find a question from the chat room. Basically, this question is from Mr. Adzim. So the question is, as a parent and entrepreneur, what do you expect for the pupils in school these days? This is from Adam.
Which Adam is it?
Adam Rofi, your friend.
Adam.
Where is he?
Adam, show yourself, Adam. Ask the question live. Come on, Adam.
Adam, I want to
Are
hear
you
your part.
there?
Where's Adam? Adam, come out. Come on, Adam. Show your face. It's okay then.
He left already, Adam.
How dare. Okay. So, as a parent and entrepreneur, right? So first of all, it's hard to expect anything now in this pandemic situation. But I always have this opinion. Looking at how in Harvard the education situation now, I think the top management should be changed. I mean, the system has to be changed. A lot of things has to be changed, has to be reset. And the first thing I hope is the education sector should not have been mixed with political agendas, because the minister keeps changing personnel. When one government fail, another minister come out, and everyone who came in had and has their own so-called vision that makes the policies keep changing, as it will burden teachers, it will burden kids, it will burden the school, everyone involved. So that is not good. And education is not something to experiment in every 5 years. And education sector should stand alone. As a parent, I hope that one day my kids will go to school with a perfect, not perfect, but well improved system, syllabus, compared as is it right now. Or can you guys get the idea?
So, is that your answer?
Suzaki.
Sorry, what was it again?
What?
No, because now I'm having this conversation with your your friends. I didn't get the question. What was it again?
You didn't get the question.
Yeah, I didn't get the question. What was it again?
What did you expect for the pupils in school these days as a parent and entrepreneur?
Okay, so you asked Adzim that question, right? Are you asking me that same question? So I
You
think
understand my answer, sir?
Yeah, I understand your answer. I got part of the answer. Yeah.
Okay, which part?
You were
Repeat it
talking
again.
about changing the people at the top, changing the way how things are being done at school. I know it's kind of messy because as we were talking to Vehnoo as well yesterday. So there are many things that are not going right because first and foremost they have this perception that everybody has the technology, everybody has the internet, everybody would could just do it. But the thing is, the students and the parents, they are struggling. Okay, they cannot. I mean, many of them are not able to join the classes, and I think, there will be a very bad after effect out of this pandemic when it comes to education. Okay, we'll see that we'll see the effects definitely afterwards.
So basically, that's all the questions that we have. I believe we have reached the conclusion of the program because there are no more questions. I hope that each student takes note on the important information presented today and that they will continue to actively seek inspiration and drive to participate in future breakthrough. People who trust in their own ideas are the only ones who can keep innovation alive. Always remember to be an innovator, not an imitator. Thank you once again to Mr. Tengku Abdul Adzim and Sir Vehnoo Pirieyan for giving up their time today, despite their hectic schedules to deliver this talk. Thank you for taking the time to address those questions and for the excellent presentation.
Siti, I'm sorry.
Yes, wait.
I got another one.
What?
Sorry, before I finish this, actually, we actually worked very hard to build this English debate team in our campus. So I really want to know what happened to this team. Are you guys actually still active in that debate team, or is just gone?
Vehnoo, the thing is, they came in September last year. Okay, when
Okay.
we had very brief face-to-face interaction, and then it was the PKP again. Okay,
Okay.
they couldn't come back, and it has been like that for almost a year now.
Oh,
Is it almost a year? Not really, like 6 or 7 months, right?
yeah, I
And
think
for the
so.
whole of this semester, they're not coming back, so all the classes will be online. So I'm hoping when they come back and when the pandemic is over, we can actually rebuild the team, Vehnoo. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Okay,
Okay,
sir.
the seniors can definitely help. Okay,
Yeah.
and we have
Thank you.
young, very exciting, very talented batch of TESOL students. I guarantee you that. The new batch, they're very
Great.
talented, they're very exciting. Okay.
That's great. So actually, we have went to British Parliamentary Debate UK UMK. That was the last that we able to participate during when we were there. Then after that, I don't know what happened to our juniors, and I didn't get any news from them as well about the debate team. I really hope that you guys just build a team. You can just practice it online now to make it we can just go to this competition, online competition. There's a lot of online competitions out there. Really hope that you will bring up this English debate team again. So that's it. Sorry for the last question.
No, it's
But
okay, Vehnoo.
I have a few questions to ask.
Okay, are you asking me or what? Or are
I'm
you asking
asking
your
all
juniors?
of you reverse question again. It's, what was the question again? Sorry. I
Okay,
want to ask all the juniors.
Vijaya, and many of your friends are in the meeting. Okay, can you just join in? Vijaya, Husna, Azmi, Najia. Okay, so we can have a very good discussion. This is like meeting your juniors, and I think this is one time that we are doing it. Perhaps afterwards
Yeah.
we'll do it again. So yeah, can
One
you
in
just join
lifetime.
in, Vich?
Okay.
Okay, Azim has a question. Yes.
Okay. I'd like to ask juniors. Okay. How does it feel right now to be teachers training in IPG campus Sultan Nizam? Exactly.
Okay, moderator. I think you'll be the first person. Moderator, Amiza, you have to answer that. How does it feel like to be a trainee teacher in IPGKSM?
For me, I've never heard IPG Campus Sultan Nizam before. So I thought that it was in Kuala Terengganu, but then it was in Besut. So I'm very shocked at first because I didn't expect that it's in rural area. But by time to time, I think that I kind of like that place because it's quiet and I would say that
Quiet.
yeah, it's quiet.
Wait for 5 years and then you know. How long will you guys be there? Exactly 5 years?
Yeah, exactly the same as you did. I mean, 5 years. Yeah.
That's right.
How about the people around Besut?
We didn't get to explore Besut because in this pandemic we cannot go out, so we just stay at our campus all the time. Yeah, we only managed to get out during the first 2 weeks September. That's it. That's the only time we go out. Anyone?
I just want to ask a few of you. Another question, last question. Do you guys really think that you will have the time to make more income? Now, actually, I'm just thinking that during my time in IPG, we have so many extra time actually during the night, okay, because we don't have, even during the afternoon, we have ample of time. And we have good internet connection there for me. So I think for you to survive and for you to prepare for practicum, for your ventures after graduation, you need money next. So I think it's good if you guys can have an extra curriculum in business. And what do you think?
That is a great idea, Azim. Yeah, if they are very interested, for sure they'll have a lot of time. I'm hoping that they'll come back next semester. If you have proposition for them, yeah, definitely. Yeah, we can make it happen. Yeah. Okay. I'm sure the TESOL students, some of you are very interested to get to have extra income. Yeah, why not? Yeah, sure.
So I'm suggesting that we finish our talk first, and then we will end the record.
No, it's okay. I think
we will end the record, and then we have this reunion.
yeah.
session.
You want to end the recording? Yeah, sure. I mean,
Oh,
who's
but
in
I'm
charge
not
of the
finished.
recording?
I'm not finished.
Okay, go on, Amiza.
Okay, it was great to have Sir Vehnoo and Tengku Adzim here with us. Thanks also to Mr. Mamazaki for giving us chance to make this program a success. Also, not to forget, thanks to our respected seniors that joined us today. We hope that we can meet you guys some days, and our program committees, who are the program's backbone, for their contribution, as well as everyone who came out and offered their complete cooperation and support during this event. Thank you so much for your cooperation. Ladies and gentlemen, let's call it a day. Thank you everyone for taking time out of your busy schedules to join us here this evening on behalf of my team. Have a pleasant day, and I hope to see you guys again soon. And we hope you learned something new and enjoyed yourself during this talk. Attention to all the audience. Please switch on your cameras and get ready for a quick photo session. Everyone, please turn on your